planning and coordinating in the House and the Senate. We've done this in conjunction with the administration. We ran on these issues all of 2016. So there's no surprise here. And the president agrees with this agenda.
So, picking up where Paul Ryan left off, we're bringing in our political panel. Dallas Woodhouse, the executive director of the North Carolina Republican Party, and Brad Woodhouse, president of Americans United for Change and former Obama senior strategist. Yes, two Woodhouses, a house divided, you could say. The brothers joining us here. Guys, thank you very much. This is a special treat. Dallas, I want to start with you, and Brad, jump in. But Dallas, you heard Paul Ryan talking about how they are on the same page, but at the same time, you've got the president putting some Republicans in a tough spot, potentially you, right, when he talks about torture, when he talks about responding to these unfounded allegations of widespread voter fraud. How do Republicans on Capitol Hill and the Republicans in the West Wing, President Trump and his team, come together on this?
Well, first of all, look, we've seen voter fraud in North Carolina. It may not be widespread. We've got
I was going to say not millions of people, Dallas, right?
Well, I mean, they're not that many people in North Carolina, Hallie. I mean, but we've had two local elections that were thrown out for vote buying and fraud. Look, I just think this is something that needs to be looked at. Let's provide some confidence to the system, and let's find some ways forward in a bipartisan way to increase security for our ballot system. Now, when it comes to torture, I don't know any Republican that is for torture, but I will tell you this. Mr. Trump
President
is
Trump
laying
is. He
out
says it
a very
works.
strong... Well, I'll tell you this. Mr. Trump is laying out a very strong case to dispense of the Blame America First crowd. And America has to do what it takes to protect its people and its interests. That shouldn't be torture, but it should. We should do what it takes to protect our people and our interests.
Haley, look.
And we shouldn't apologize for it.
Haley, look here. These issues really get at the heart of our democracy. These two issues that you brought up, this issue of torture, which our country has been against for years, which the Republican Party, leaders in the Republican Party are against, but Trump wants to bring back. And then this issue of voter fraud. It goes to this made-up, trumped-up issue of voter fraud. It goes to the heart of democracy. What Donald Trump is trying to do, first of all, Donald Trump is a baby. He wants to explain away the fact that he lost the popular vote. But it's more insidious than that. He wants to trump this up so that in
Brad,
the next
election... Brad, are you trying
election,
to say there's no voter fraud in America? No voter fraud.
Dallas,
there's fraud in churches, fraud in TV stations, fraud in the DMV, but there's no fraud anywhere in America in voting. Come on, it's laughable.
There is no fraud anywhere. There's no fraud anywhere in America that affected the outcome of the 2016 presidential election or any other national election. Is that the only standard? Hallie,
I'll tell you, that's a standard that we're not going to accept in North Carolina. We want to get rid of voter fraud, period. Because it may not affect the result now, but it will affect
let me say this. Dallas, let me get in here. Your efforts in North Carolina on voter fraud were nothing more than a documented attempt to suppress the votes of African Americans and young people.
A lie.
You wrote a letter to the state, to the county boards of elections, telling them to suppress the votes of African Americans and young people
at all.
Guys,
we got investigations going
Dallas,
on.
Brad, give me a second here. I want to talk about.
Haley, it's your show.
About voter fraud, but I want to talk about one. No, it's all right. I get it, brothers. I want to talk about this headline from Politico that's out this morning, right? Because I think you both have major points on voter fraud. But Brad, when it comes to Democrats, this is the headline on Politico today. They're launching a Earth strategy against Donald Trump. Isn't this exactly what Democrats criticized Republicans for doing against President Obama?
Well, look, I'll say this. I think Democrats in the Senate and Democrats on the Hill and Democratic groups should afford Donald Trump the same amount of respect that Republicans afforded Barack Obama. If that's the standard, then of course we're going to have a strategy of opposing him at every single turn. And we should. This is someone the majority of Americans did not want to be president. It is someone who was helped become president by Vladimir Putin and Russian interference in this election.
Oh, come on.
And to normalize him and allow him and his policies to proceed without a fight would be a dereliction of duty to those Democrats who believe in democratic ideals and progressive policies.
Hallie,
Dallas,
let me just
last
say
word
this.
quickly to you.
If they take that attitude to try to block everything that Trump does, a popular agenda, those 10 U.S. senators in deeply red states that are up in 2018 will have a hard time.
The Woodhouse brothers, Dallas and Brad, thank you both for being here on what is always a
Brother, I still
feisty
love you, even
end of
though
the
you're
show
deeply,
panel.
deeply wrong.
All right, guys, I'll let you guys
Right
take
back
that
at you, Dallas.
offline to family dinner on Sunday night.